Hi, we're on part 2 of pepper steak. As you can see, I've cut up the meat. You can see the size. This is basically the size that you need. You can make it a little bit smaller, a little bigger, depending on how you feel. But remember, you have to brown these and then finally cook them. So it's a little bit easier if you're within a good amount. Now we're going to have to dissolve all this. I put the meat already in because one thing, we want to make sure that our area is clean, because the next part is to cut up the vegetables. And we always want to keep things nice and clean because we don't want any germs. So this area is clean. This is where the meat was. Remember, always have a little antibacterial or just any kind of soap in your kitchen near you, and have antibacterial or just any kind of like Lysol light wipes and stuff, so you can do a quick wipe down. You're nice and clean and ready to go. So what we need to do is dissolve this area, and it's going to be basically going to happen is, as you can see in the bottom, there's some getting on the bottom. But what we really need to do is make sure that all of it is soaking inside and that it dissolves. So you can see that there's some on the bottom. Well, we need to bring it to the top and move it around and make sure that it's good. Now, just so you know, soy sauce stains, so if you really like something, maybe you shouldn't use it for this part. This is plastic and it can be replaced. So it's not really a big deal, even though I kind of like it though. But this is all about soaking it, getting it ready for the wok. So, getting yourself ready, getting it ready so you can enjoy the food. Slowly getting itself together. Remember, the wok has it for only 1 pound, so this may have it where we're doing it more than once, since I'm doing it all at the same time with 2 different things. We're just going to decide on the fly about what we're going to do, because it may be able to fit on the wok, it may not be, but I want to make sure that we can at least try and do it on the wok. And hey, how many times do you use the wok in a day? As you can see, it is looking really good. Remember to defrost it to the point where it's easy to cut if you have like a big slab. And remember to always not have a lot of blood in there, because all the blood diseases and stuff and everything that happen. And to throw everything away, and to not have a cat who likes to get in the garbage. I can hear inside trying to get in the garbage. It's lovely getting animals from shelters. The only problem is you got to break them out of the shelter lifestyle, because they about that life. So let's see here. Let's look at the bottom. It looks like it has dissolved enough, so we're gonna have this baby sit. And the next part, as you can see, in 2 bottles for a 3.5 pound meat and a little bit of this. So we have a gauge of, you'll need at the end of the day 2 bottles, 2.5 bottles of soy sauce, and just a little bit of corn starch. I would say about half a cup, and then about 1 full cup of sugar, and just well, you know what? Let me put a little bit of ginger. It all depends on how much ginger you want to put in here, because there's so much different things going on, and it's about the taste and everything put together. We're not going to try to put too much ginger into there. So the next thing to do is cut up the onions, the peppers, and the tomatoes that we have right here. Any kind of tomatoes, really. I got some rolling up because it was on sale. So next video, we'll see what happens next. Probably bring out the wok and cut up these vegetables. All right. Bye-bye.